Looks like everything's working. That's good. It's been a little while. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all the above. It is technically, I think, the ninth day of Christmas. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9. I can still say Merry Christmas. So, sorry about the GIF. It's obnoxious, I know. There, we'll do that. Okay. I might actually. I think that looks better. I considered setting up mods for this, but I kind of just want to play vanilla, so I might down the line, but yeah, just jump right in, I think. Let's see, game capture. No. Come on. Okay. It's looking like I'm gonna have to use whole screen capture here. So let me turn that on. I don't think it's picking up the audio either, so it doesn't want to. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'll have to do this. 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 That's fun. You can hear that echo a little bit. Big 26. Yes, it is. It is certainly the Big 26. You're gonna have to tell me if the game sounds good or not. Stretch. No? Oh, that is game capture. I want to display capture. There we go. That we shouldn't have need for the background. Yeah, let me know how the game sounds. I don't want to load. I was messing around on this a little earlier. The bitrate looks a little fuzzy. It's not showing me. Looks quality says it's fine. Oh, that's because I have it on 480p for whatever reason. I don't know why it defaults to that. Anyways.
Resident Evil 4.
Typically.
1998. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred.
I'm gonna skip most of these cutscenes. This game's from 2005. Yeah, if you're really curious, go buy it, play it yourself. Honestly, it's not that hard of a game. If you want to get into the Resident Evil series, this one is probably the best one to start with. My money's always going to be on Resi 1 if you're really like genuinely curious. Mainly just because, oh, oops. Specifically the remake. Mainly because, okay, you know what? Trying to conserve ammo and you're just getting in my way. Typically I'd recommend the first game, but if you're not familiar with survival horrors or Resident Evil in general, it's probably better to just start with something a little more familiar, and this being an action game is probably easiest for most people, so. Okay. This guy? Yeah, okay. One of the major differences I point out when playing this game versus the remake is the knife. I do think the knife is overall probably better in the remake, you know, because you can parry attacks and attack weak spots, stuff like that. You know, it's probably better, but there's so many situations in the original game where I prefer to have the style of knife that we do here over the remake style. I just think it, you know, it's something about it that just works, you know. I don't think they needed to change knives to add knife combat in the remake, but it's not a bad change. But I wouldn't complain if they kept it the same. Because here you kind of just stand still, slash at whatever, whereas you can, like I said, parry and attack weak spots and whatever with the knives in the remake. But I'll show that off a little bit here in the future. There's some, and the other thing is I don't think that the knife in the original does additional damage to certain plaga, exposed plaga parasites, which it does in the remake, like the Gigante, what's its name? Gyarados. It does do additional damage. I don't think it does here. So I was saying I could probably finish this within 3 to 4 hours. Probably 3. It depends. But I know this game like the back of my hand. You know, I've played this game over and over and over again since like 2023. And yeah, I would count the remake in that as well. I've played the remake a lot, but I've played this one so much more. That is another difference that I don't think is in the remake that is in this one. You have your different difficulty levels, you know, easy, normal, hardcore, professional. That's the same between both. But the remake I don't think has scaling difficulty. Like the more enemies you kill, the less you get damaged, the less you die, the harder the game is going to be. I don't think the remake does that. I need to fact check myself, but I'm pretty sure remake doesn't do that. I don't know why they decided to change that between the original and the remake, but I don't think they really needed to. You might see me switch to controller here just because I'm more familiar with that. See, my mouse is like waving all over the place. I still stand by this. The best version of the game is on Wii with the motion controls. I just think it works. It works really well. you know, Mario Galaxy is a prime example of excellent motion controls. I think that if I had to pick two, if I had to pick two games to show off the Wii's motion controls, it's probably this one and Mario Galaxy. As much as I love Twilight Princess, I feel like the motion controls are added just because it's a Wii game, you know? They felt like they had to. But the Wii Resident Evil 4, you're lining your Wiimote up to sensor bar and actually shooting like Leon. Oh, come on. See, I would not have missed that many shots with the controller, I guarantee you. It's just not something I'd say a lot about these shooter games. I mean, third person maybe is a bit of a different story, but typically I just wait this out. But since Salvador, I don't think Salvador is a guaranteed spawn unless you go in the house. So I'm just gonna, you know, it might cost bullets, but it's giving me resources too. I think I could get this done faster by summoning Salvador. Going into the house, having him come down here, but maybe I want to do it. It's free money, you know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens, you know. There is one, thinking about it, there is one section of this game that I don't like. I think the remake does it better. And that is the double Garrador fight. Double Garrador fight in this game sucks. I hate this fight. You'll see what I mean later. The only good option for taking him out is the mine gun. Really? Everything else, I mean, you could buy a rocket launcher, but you're not guaranteed to have the money for it. Which is the other tricky part. La Cabana. We'll watch this cutscene.
Lord Sattler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
I was actually searching around for different bingo GIF, just because you guys know I like using GIFs for the pre-stream thumbnail thing, you know, the waiting room, whatever you want to call it. And I actually saw a lot of fan art of Leon with the character from Bluey, the little sister Bingo. I thought that was funny. I must have went with something like that, but I figured, it's not a GIF. I like the GIFs. I know the last one I used, the Snowhead Temple. That one wasn't a GIF, but speaking of, hang on, speaking of the last one I used, I want to make sure music isn't still running. Okay, I did turn it off. Cool. I might, while I'm here, I'm gonna make my just a little bit smaller. I'm taking up too much space. It's about the game, it's not about me. No. Now that the initial defense section is done, we can just grab the shotgun for free. Yeah, nothing happens. No. thinking about it, with something coming up a lot sooner than the double Garrador fight at the end of the castle section, is the Bella sisters with the chainsaws. There's, I want to say on the opposite side, opposite end of the spectrum, is that fight. Um, I much prefer the original version. The remake, you're incentivized to use knife combat and all these different strategies and whatever. Most of the time I've taken them out, it's been with several grenades or flash grenades or something like that, and then consistently kicking them or knifing them or whatever. Here, you can just pull out the shotgun and they're stunned the same as any other enemy. I think the only enemies that don't get stunned like that are big ones. So like Gigantes. I think U3. I don't think U3 gets stunned at all. Except for when you deal enough damage and you can start wailing on it. Same with the bosses. I don't think any of the bosses get stunned significantly until you do enough damage. But yeah, that's one thing I don't like about the remake is some of those, especially early games, some of those boss ganados tend to be a bit tankier, which I guess for professionals such as myself, it's not really that big of a deal, big of an issue. But for new players, newcomers to the series, yeah, it's not fun to deal with that. I mean, even in all my hours of playing Resident Evil 4, any version of it, it's still not fun to deal with those boss enemies in the remake. I mean, for goodness sakes, you can stun pretty much everything with one shotgun blast, one good shotgun blast, and that's just not something you can do anymore in the remake. Typically. I think on occasion there are some, and yeah, there are some. I think maybe like the initial shot against like a Bella Sister, as long as you hit a headshot, usually stuns. Um, Same with Salvador. I'm pretty sure initial shot as long as it's a headshot. And they added the brutes too. I don't hate the brutes. Actually, I think most of the time they're pretty easy to deal with. It's just another obstacle that seems a little, I don't know, over the top, a little much to add it in so early. I mean, the first brute, I guess if you're playing remake here, you'd be encountering Dr. Salvador no matter what. You don't have to kill him though. It's not something you have to do. It's something you get to do. Okay, I should probably take my doggy. Yeah, the first brute you encounter is in this section, and I forgot that there's nothing there. It's remake. That's what I'm thinking of. First brute you encounter's in here, not the barn, but wait, yeah. Okay, I wasn't going crazy. See, this is why I think mouse and keyboard doesn't really matter, because Leon has this like hand shakiness when you're aiming down the sight, and it doesn't really make compared to the remake. I don't think it makes that big of a difference whether you decide to use mouse and keyboard or not. It's definitely a harder game in the remake if you decide to use a controller, because that hand shakiness is all up to you. It's not Leon micro adjusting, which I think is actually pretty realistic. that he's just kind of a little bit shaky aiming down the sight. You keep wanting to move it like the remake camera, and it doesn't want to move like the remake camera. Wasted some bullets there. Oh well. Can I just press? I can. Okay. It's just like the remake in that sense. Pressing M opens up the map. Makes sense, don't it? Yeah. Additional changes here. The medallions. Oh, hello. Goodbye. The medallions here, if you get all 10, I mean, there's 15 total, but you only need 10. That unlocks the, what is it? Blacktail? No. Which one is it? It's not a Matilda, it's not a Blacktail. What's it called? Oh, we'll get to it. It's the one that lets you shoot piercing bullets through enemies with a handgun. It's a handgun. Whereas in the remake, they get you. I think it's Spinels. Yeah, that sounds right. And the Spinels, instead of being just sell them, is they act as a secondary currency. If you've been on this channel, you've seen me mess around with RE4 Remake a bunch. They act as secondary currency, allowing you to upgrade guns and purchase certain add-ons and so forth. Oop, that's right, we need to go from the top. I kind of like what they did with the Spinels, making them a secondary currency, upgrading weapons, stuff like that. But I'm not too thrilled on how uncommon what took its place the Velvet Blues are. I think much too often you're finding like the red and green and blue gems that you instead of having, let me go to the treasures. Instead of having specific things to put in the beer stein and the cat statue later, the mask, you just use the different colored gems. I like the system that they have, but I think, yeah, see. There are 3 recessions on the side. I wonder what they're for. So we're going to find 3 different colored gems. Yeah, my problem is that I think there's too much of it. And that sounds probably like a minor complaint or nitpicking or whatever, but I don't know. I just liked the fact that sometimes these people are just carrying X. Okay. I don't know why it's X and C. I might actually have to switch the controller for those quick time events. Yeah. My brother's been wanting to get into RE4, and I've told him every time. Either version, the original or the remake, is a good choice. They're both fantastic. But there's so much about 4 remake that should have been complete like, I don't want to say complete overhaul, but because I mean it is a complete overhaul of the mechanics and everything. But a remake's the intention of a remake is to replace the original. You shouldn't have to play Resident Evil 1 because of the Resident Evil 1 remake on GameCube. And to be fair, I think for the most part that is the case with 4 remake. There's a lot about 4 remake that I like over the original, but there's a lot I like about the original that I like over 4 remake, and that's the problem. Is not that I like 4 like the original 4, but but that it's not a, what I would say, a perfect remake. Resident Evil 1 on GameCube, I would say, is a perfect remake. What they did to improve the game, to improve the controls, graphics, everything, perfect. The only stipulation I have with 4 Remake is that I think they did a much better job of adapting the original game compared to 2 Remake, and I do have 3 Remake. It's in my Steam library. I just have yet to play it. But as far as I know, as far as I've heard, 3 Remake sucks as an adaptation, and I already know they butchered Jill's character in games and movies after what, like Revelations 1, I think. I think that's the other than the movies, I think that's the most recent thing she's been in. That in is Revelations 1, and then Damnation or something, and then RE. Oops. And then RE3 Remake. I think that's right. I know a lot of people probably are wondering how did butcher her character? How do you butcher the character? She just kind of and I think this goes for Claire too in the 2 Remake, is they kind of become a little bit like a little more incompetent. They don't seem as sure of themselves as they are in their original titles. It's Luis. We'll see this cutscene too, because I like one of the lines here.
A little rough, don't you think? You're not like them? No. You? Okay. I have only one very important question. You got a smoke? Got gum. Perfect.
Big cheese.
The big cheese.
Yeah. Okay, that's all we needed. Oh. See, that was what, like 10 minutes? 13 minutes, something like that. Okay, so that says 23. It was not 23 minutes. It was... Oh. So yeah, if you don't know the story, Leon got yucky parasite injected into him, and now he's on the clock. He's got to find a way to eradicate it. Yeah. On top of being incompetent, I think that they over here, stranger. Greatest character in all of fiction. You'll hear his laugh in a second. That's why I was laughing, because he does that goofy laugh. On top of being kind of incompetent, they just make... this goes for Leon as well. I don't know about Carlos. Like I said, I haven't played 3 Remake. Because most people complain about Jill in 3 Remake. I don't know if they complain about Carlos all that much. Got something that might interest you. But they make... I think this... Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. I'd say this goes for Leon in the remake as well, of 4. Leon in 2 and 4, and Claire and Jill in 2 and 3, respectively. They just make them really vulgar. And I know it's rated M, they can do whatever they want. But there's just a lot of, in my opinion, unnecessary swearing. I like to keep my own vulgarity to a minimum. I think that swearing all the time just It shows your, you know, your lack of vocabulary, lack of maturity, whatever you want to call it. Um, I can excuse it a little because of the situations that they're in. Um,
Thank you.
but it gets to a point that it's so excessive. I don't know. It's maybe I sound kind of like a square, you know, sound lame, but I just don't. I don't like it. It's not who they are shown to be within the game. How do I turn this? It's not letting me. All right, we're using this. I'm done. We're using the controller. Wait. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, we're using controller.
Thank you.
Can't buy the scope. What else can we sell?
What are you selling?
We need at least, I think it's 5 incendiaries, so guess we can sell some green herbs or the cat's eye. I don't want to sell the cat's eye. How many do we need? How much do we need for the scope? 7,000. So we need what, 2,400?
Is that old?
Sell a hand grenade and we'll sell.
Is that old, stranger? Is that old?
There you go.
What are you buying?
We don't need to tune anything up right now. We're on chapter 2. But just to see what we got. That's another thing I like in the remake is the upgrade tickets. So you don't have to what's the word I'm looking for? Slash. What are you doing? Oh, it's X, okay. I might okay. LT and RT's fire. Let's take 3, move and aim. I'm gonna try that. That looks acceptable. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Is it still X here, though? Yeah, it's still X. Okay, whatever. What does Y do? Bring up the map? Okay. Awesome. Let me pull this guy out. Yep. I like it when they fall off. I think that's funnier than the headshot. I haven't been seen, have I? No, I don't think so. I see it like that. I don't know, it's just goofy. Yeah, he didn't fall over. Ooh. I played Black Ops 3 with the controller the other day. That wasn't the other day, that was almost a week ago now. Jeez. As I got it from my sister-in-law. She loves what is it? Infinite Warfare? Whichever's, I think Infinite Warfare has zombies. Yeah. But she likes the zombies mode. She and my brother play it all the time. And my brother, we're at the store, he sees Black Ops 3 for Xbox One. And he's like, please, I don't mind Infinite Warfare, but once you play Black Ops 3, you can't go back. The zombies mode is so good. So I got that for her for Christmas. And then I hope they're playing that together soon. He's probably busy at work right now. Well, yeah, probably busy at work right now. I'm waiting for the semester to start back up. Got a couple days of vacay left, so getting prepared. No, I want to kick him. They're blowing themselves up. I can't see in that angle. Ah. Oh, he missed. Nice. See, now I'm doing... Well, I wasn't doing poorly with mouse and keyboard, but I feel like I'm doing a lot better with a controller. I should probably heal up. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. What? Okay. Beautiful. I was also looking for, oops. Thought I hit him. I was looking for a mod on TF2 that replaced any of the shotguns, really, with, the Striker shotgun, from this game. Because it's, probably one of the greatest shotguns in video game history. I love the Striker. Couldn't find anything. I found a version of a Striker that goes over the Scout's scattergun, but nothing for just like the stock shotgun or Panic Attack is what I was thinking people were gonna do. Don't you hit me. I think these are the last dudes. I feel like they keep spawning in the remake. I know they don't, but it feels like so many more. Ow. This is another section I don't like that much in the remake. Again, there's nothing I'd say is outright bad in that game. I just think that there's certain sections and certain encounters and stuff that it's more fun to play through with the controls and the AI style of this game. It doesn't feel the same. I know that's the point. It's not supposed to feel the same, but this whole playthrough is not going to be me comparing this to the remake. Now, if I do RE2, that actually might end up being just an entire comparison. Because I have a lot to say. After I played the remake first, and then you guys know we played through that live on stream over Halloween. I think it was one of the last things we did, actually. Where did he go? Oh, he fell. After playing the original and having played the remake a decent amount, I've played through it at least 3 or 4 times. On PS4, I have it on Steam now. I have a lot to say, especially about, again, characterization. How they decided to characterize Claire and Leon. Still getting used to Xbox controls, by the way. I usually play this with a Switch Pro controller, so or on Wii, as you know. Wii is my preferred console to play this game on. So, see, I might switch it to control style too, because that one feels a bit more natural, a bit more like the original. Let me just, yeah. Perfect. Oh, is someone else here? Somebody dropped something? No. Okay. I think that was optimal. That was pretty good. Oh, here they come. Here comes the more. See, that's what I was thinking. I knew there was going to be more of them. I just didn't remember when. It's a little suspicious. I don't like how close he's getting. Yeah. Nice. I love this game. Oh, it's jank. Alright. Boop. Just so that you're not trying anything later. Yeah. Yeah, I thought maybe 3 hours beat this. Might end up being 5. It's been a while. I'm certainly not playing as optimal as I could be, but yeah, that's right. I gotta go this way. Yeah, this game was just built for controller or Wii remote. I think mouse and keyboard is fine, but not for me. Remake, sure. I think typically these modern shooters, especially the first person, but I think I could include third person, specifically built for computers. It's easier to put the graphics cards and all that. They're improved hardware. Typically. I think the Xbox Series and PS5 have pretty high processing power or whatever. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of have an idea. But I'm pretty sure that pretty much anything else, any other system you could buy could not compare to a gaming computer of any kind. This isn't necessarily a gaming computer. This is a gaming laptop, and it's still it's I think a year and like a month, maybe year and a month old. Sounds right. And it's still running fine. Let's see, I don't think it's got any issues. So. They're taking more shots because I haven't died yet. Oh, okay. Just take a regular green herb. I don't want to use the full heal. We could get a yellow herb here soon. Yeah, an additional thing about the remakes. I know it's the intent is to try and add more character to the characters, but as well as spewing way more profanities compared to any of the original games. They never shut up. And I love Leon, but sometimes I just want him to shut up and let the atmosphere speak for itself. You know, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm complaining too much, but. A what? Alright. Alright. How did that even. How'd that even hit them? Unlike the remake, these bear traps actually do damage. Remake, they just kind of serve as an obstacle. And here they do like it's not a sliver, but it's not like a hit from an enemy. I think it's like probably about half the damage of a hit from an enemy would take. Okay. I don't think the bear traps can kill you, but I'm gonna be safe. Oh, really? 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 Poke my nose out and all of a sudden, boom. That's our one. That's my one. I wasn't being careful. Should be using shotgun more. Speaking of one, I'm pretty sure I have tea brewing, so I'm gonna go grab that. Let me just turn off my mic. I'll leave everything else. Okay. Get situated here. Urgh. Ah. Let's continue, shall we? Yeah, that's right. I gotta do this section again. See that mask over there? You gotta go grab that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna switch to type 2. Yeah, actually, I think that's pretty much all that I use. Turn on vibration. Why not? Right? Can I use D-pad? I can use D-pad. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I'm gonna use it as much as the control sticks, but before I stay on. Get through this quick. Throw your little axe. There we go. Typically, I would not choose a rifle over the SMG, the TMP, because the TMP is one of the best weapons in this game. Anything that does consistent sustained damage just does really well in this game. I'm not 100% sure why. Oh, you're still alive. I'm just wasting shotgun ammo. Is there still a border on my... Hang on, is my aspect ratio off or something? Let's try that. I can't tell if that actually changed anything. I don't think it did. Oh, okay. See, that's what I was talking about. And enemies can take that opportunity to just swing and finish you off. One thing I don't like about this game, bear traps. Who likes the bear traps, right? The other thing was, they made the bear traps basically a neutral party so that enemies could step into them too, and I thought that was nice. Make them suffer for their own hubris. You know, it's not as bad of a thing to leave them open. Here, you almost always just want to swing them shut. There we go. All better. No muss, no fuss. I think we could at least make it through Castle within 3 hours. So we'll see how far we get. Castle's not too long. As long as you play your cards right. I do think it's interesting how they basically reversed Chapter 2 in the remake, making you go through the sewer system backwards up through the lookout. I do think that's interesting. I don't like the layout as much. I think it's more fun to go through the sewers to the chief's house. I think it makes sense to go through like a back entrance, which is basically what we're doing here. Can I auto sort? No. All right, let's see what I can do. Okay, that space is available. Okay. I see. Oh, right here too. You just slot that right there. So you could get a lot of money for that, so might as well. Yeah, we want a flash grenade. These are some of the most valuable resources in this game. Not grenades in general, but specifically flashes. You can skip a lot of sections by just throwing a flash grenade and running past enemies. Or, alternatively, you could use them like this. They insta-kill crows. Don't know why. Don't question it. Just take advantage of it. Because usually one of them drops another flash so that you're not losing anything. I think it. Oh, well, I guess it's shotgun ammo instead. I'm not gonna keep comparing the 4 to remake, but when I get to a section in particular that I want to compare, I will be doing that. So, not yet. Just later for down the line. There we are. Turn it that way, and turn it that way, and we're done. Easiest puzzle ever. Yeah, this game's more about the action anyways. There's a couple solid puzzles, but... Which I also noticed about the remake, is that the remake, the puzzles are mostly kind of meh. There are a couple good ones, but... I don't need to read that. He wasn't there a second ago. You have beautiful eyes.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences. What? Same blood.
Yeah, sure. That's another thing I like about this game over the remake. This isn't like something I already had in mind, but something that just popped into my head. It seems like until he gets to the island, they aren't taking Leon all that seriously. They just kind of see him as this pesky fly. I like this cutscene. Cutscene's funny. the way that the higher ups of Las Plagas, the cult, the Plagas cult, treats him as more of a non-lethal venomous snake or spider or something, I think is interesting. Where in the remake, immediately he's seen as a threat. Understandably, I think it probably makes more sense than what they do here. But I do think it's more intriguing for them to basically ignore Leon to an extent until he actually starts becoming more bothersome. I don't think it's really until he gets to the castle and starts like after Mendez and when he gets to the castle that they're like, oh shoot, okay, we actually got to do something about this guy. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Again, like in the remake, he basically gets to Valdalobos, and then starts causing ruckus, and then they're like, okay, well, you got to go now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did my internet cut? It doesn't look like it. I think it's just a blip. Okay. I'll keep going. It doesn't seem like it's an issue. I think here we actually do have to fight a Salvador. But we could cheese it a little bit. You know, the one thing I might say the mouse and keyboard has over controllers that the sniper rifle might actually be a little bit easier to handle. But maybe not. Maybe not. Seem to be handling myself quite well, actually. Yeah, we're good. I don't really need this thing for much as of right now, so I'm fine with using up ammo to take out Salvador. Not the guy who made the clock painting. That was Salvador Dali. Dali, I think. There's your fun fact for the day. Come here. Couldn't remember if that was a snake or not. Obviously, it was not a snake box. I forgot to say this when we first were introduced to Luis, but I do like his. I don't want to say it's like a recharacterization, but he gets to do more in the remake, and I do like that. I think he doesn't do enough here. Oh, I missed a little. Got most of them. I think that's probably fine. Again, unlike the remake, we're not going to be using regular grenades all that often, so... especially against stuff like bosses. You know, it's whatever. Use them for large crowds. That's what they're meant for. Large crowds of enemies. I don't want YouTube to start taking me out of context, you know. How close are... Yeah, okay. Might want to shotgun this one. No thanks. I don't want to buy what you're selling. Yeah, this is working out. What? You're not even alive. I guess technically none of them are really alive. Mindless plague creatures, plaga creatures. So, I don't know. That is one thing I think they handle very well, is the subject of what happened to the children of Valdalobos after they started putting the plagas in the adults, and the way that they explain there not being any children in the village is that the plaga is just naturally, it didn't latch on to the children, and it ended up killing them. You know, they basically died of a sickness, which I think is it's a very mature and a very realistic way to explain why there's no children in the village, and I think it's a good thing that there aren't. I don't think attacking children is a good idea, you know. I don't think that's a good idea for a video game. I think they keep that consistent across Resident Evil. I don't think there's ever any children enemies. Other than, I guess you could, no, but they're fully grown at that point. I was gonna say the hunters and the chimeras, maybe the chimeras, but definitely the hunters. But that is more specifically, oh, the save theme. I guess the save room theme, but you know, fantastic, great composition. The hunters are explained to be the combined DNA of human fetus with some type of reptile and something else. I don't remember all of it. But it's pretty horrible. There's no hunters in this game, but there are some pretty gruesome mutations. And some gruesome stuff that it isn't even a mutation. Like the Gyarados that I mentioned. Those guys are pretty gross, but not in the mutation way, just kind of in the icky. Ew. Yeah, it's fine. I keep wanting to press A to interact and X to run, but that's not what I'm supposed to do. That should be a hair clip, right? Yeah. Is that and that, and I think that's everything in here. Okay.
Got something that might interest you.
Got something that might interest ya.
Selection of
So, stranger, any luck with the blue medallions? Remember, shoot 10 or more to get your specialized gun.
What are you selling?
Okay, sell him our big fish.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's not that expensive. Probably could have just used that for healing, honestly. Nope.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll get another cat's eye here in a minute. It's not too far off. I think we want TMP, and if we got space for it. Yeah, we got space. Barely.
Thank you. What are you buying?
And here's what we're doing. Because the only other machine gun is the Chicago typewriter in this game, Sweeper in Remake. You never have to replace the TMP. So what we're gonna do is this. Just put all our cash in the TMP. We're gonna be using it throughout the game mostly, anyways. So come back anytime. Is that the wrong way? No. Okay. I have so many fond, warm and fuzzy memories of this game. And it's only been a few years that I've been playing this series. I just love this game so much. It's like a Zelda game. There's just so much nostalgia surrounding it for me that I can't help it, you know. It just makes me so happy. It's I would say the situation's a lot like my feelings on Majora's Mask. It's not the kind of game that you say, "Oh, makes me feel so happy, feel so calm, feel so, whatever." Because it's really dark material, dark story. I mean, it's a survival horror. It's a horror game. But I don't know. It's just something about it. Something about it. Just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Probably shouldn't, but Haichu, just like in Don't Starve. Predictable. Predictable. Predictable? You call this predictable? Huh? Oh. Good try. Alright, we're good. There is one thinking about playing stuff over Halloween for October. There was one achievement left for Crow Country that I've been thinking about grabbing here in the near future. Maybe doing that on stream. But more importantly, there's one for RE4 Remake that I don't have yet, and it's well, I mean, basically all it is completing Ada's campaign on professional difficulty. I don't think you even need an S+. I think it's just completing it on professional, like a new, fresh professional save file. That's another thing I need to do in the near future that I wanted to do on stream. So, we did Elisa. We got 100% with Elisa. There should be... Yeah, I thought there's a treasure here, but the only one is out back. Got Elisa. We're gonna... I mean, if I finish this today, we're gonna be getting 100% here. If I don't, we're gonna be getting 100% whenever I decide to finish this. So maybe the costumes. I think that'd be the only thing I wouldn't get 100% on in a first playthrough. I think you need to beat the game a couple times. I think hardcore, you need to beat it on hardcore once to get the second costume set, but yeah, most of the stuff we could get in one playthrough, so let's see if I can remember this. There's 3, and then 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, you know, that doesn't help. Turn that one off. Turn that one off. Turn that one on. Turn that one off. No. Well, let me start over. It's 3, 4. 3, 3. There we go. That's a lot better of a puzzle than pretty much anything in the remake. Combat's really good though. I keep harping on the remake. I don't hate the remake. I love the remake. I just there's a lot about the original that I love. And one of them is the puzzles. I think the puzzles are better. Shut up, Hunnigan. I want the red 9. Ooh. Okay. Really? Okay. I probably could have wasted a bullet on that, and probably would have been better than taking the hit, honestly. There's a Dalian right there. There's one right here. We don't need all 15, but I'm probably going to get all 15 anyways. I think there's a snake in here. Yeah. We'll take your egg. I guess not its egg, because it said chicken egg, so. Well, get that one. We're only missing 3. I think they're all in the... Oh. That's right. Yeah, okay, whatever. We got 10. Yeah, I didn't even go into that section because we don't have to go there until we rescue Ashley. I mean, Sandy Cheeks. Here's another fun fact for you. If you didn't know, Ashley Graham is voiced by the same actress who voices Sandy Cheeks. Nothing really significant about that. I just think it's funny. Watch this magic happen. Oh yeah. There's like a free 3,000 or something here. See, we got one of them back. Spinel. I think there's a free yellow herb here, and then the items in this shacks reset once you get to the boss fight here. I can't remember. I'm taking it anyways. Nothing. Yeah, stuff definitely resets. So be sure to grab this on your way through. You're gonna be missing out on stuff. Down here we got another merchant spot. I don't know how far I'm gonna go today, but we could at least get to the castle. I know that.
Got some rare.
Well done, stranger.
What are you selling? Thank you.
With green and red. Well, since we're getting, I think it is the black tail. Since we're getting the black tail for free. It has a little bit less power. I think it's 0.9 instead of 1 power. But it does have the piercing.
What are you buying?
Punisher. That's right. I think just other than the damage, the stats are all the same.
What are you selling?
Yeah, looks like it.
What are you buying?
Oh, reload's a little faster on the regular handgun, apparently. I think. I mean, we could always just take the free one and then sell it, turn it, flop it. Yeah, let me rearrange some stuff. That should do it, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
How much does it sell for? 10,000? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need it.
What are you buying?
Can't tune that up anymore. Let's just do the... Yeah, let's do the handgun.
What are you buying?
Probably a shotgun too. I think that's good.
What are you
Don't really need to tune up the rifle right now because all the headshot damage we do is an insta-kill anyways, so... Excuse me. I don't know why I have that. I don't think it. Hang on. I want to make sure, but I don't think. I don't think it's set to the. Hang on. Yeah, it's definitely not. Well, no, maybe it is. No, it's. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave that up. I wasn't sure. Oop, I don't want to leave it on OBS. Hang on. I wasn't sure if my mic was connected either to. Hmm? Something got messed up. Okay, well, I guess I'll save and quit and reopen the game. I said fine here. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. Okay. Maybe I want to keep full. No, I don't want to keep full screen. If it had windowed, I'd put it on windowed, but it doesn't. Did I keep it up? Yeah, I kept it up. Okay. It's just, it gets in the way. So. Nothing like a good cup of English breakfast tea. It's not breakfast, but I don't care. Interesting. It's X on the controller as well. Oh, we're not at Fishy Fishkins yet. Okay. I forgot about this being next. He does not look happy. I wouldn't be neither. Oh, we can snipe this guy. Yeah, the shotgun and the sniper rifle actually serve the same, I would say the same role, just in different capacities. Because this is the same, you know, it's enemy clearing, but instead of large groups, it's one-on-one individuals trying to clear out the area so that you're not having to deal with as many big groups. Interesting, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Okay, that's what I want. More TMP ammo for when I need to use the TMP. I'm not gonna be using it for a while here, but oops, I didn't mean to break that. I didn't know you could break the egg. Honestly, I don't think I've ever done that before. At least not to my knowledge. I don't think there's anything on the bridge. There we go. There is something over here. Something very special. It's an antique pipe. What'd I say? Do I know this game or do I know this game? Hmm? Okay. A lot of the time, playing some of the newer Resident Evil games in the this third person style, the guns feel like they have a lot less of an impact compared to the older games. Playing through this again, I don't necessarily disbelieve that, but I think I still hold to that. But it certainly feels like playing this game again. It certainly feels like it's not nearly as powerful as I remember, but it's not as weak as something like Revelations 2. Oh my gosh, dude, you feel underpowered in Revelations 2. I know that's kind of the point. You're in an island in the middle of nowhere, and trying to escape, figure out what's going on, blah blah blah. But that happens in Code Veronica. Not once in Code Veronica did I feel like I had underpowered weapons. I felt suitably outfitted for the task at hand. Same with Resi 4 Remake. I think Resi 4 Remake strikes that balance well. I think a lot of the guns feel like they have a good impact. They feel strong. They feel balanced. I don't feel that way about Resident Evil 2 Remake. 2 Remake, again, pulls that fast one on you and makes you feel more weak than the enemies. Because, you got, I mean, handgun's one thing, right? handgun is supposed to be a little weaker. You know, you get more ammo for it. You're not doing as much damage with it. But I think in 2, it just feels so underpowered. It's so boring to use, I suppose. Whereas the handgun should be the staple of your kit. That should be like the main thing you fall back on. You know, you got, for example, in 4, you got your TMP. That's your big damage stun. You can do the big kicks. Okay. My dog's being difficult again. He's walking towards the door, but didn't actually let me go in. And is he? I don't know where he's going. You got the TMP. TMP's crowd control, stun. Yeah, it's quick bullets, lots of bullets. They typically stun enemies. You can get a kick off here and there, suplex, whatever. Shotguns for me. Crowd control, striker is just a really good weapon all around. But no matter what handgun you use, and typically, even in the remake, people go Red 9. No matter what handgun you use, the purpose is to be something stable to fall back on. It's going to do decent damage at a decent range. It's going to be something consistent. I feel like they kind of lost the plot in terms of handguns with some of these remakes and some of these newer games too. Once you get SMGs, you can get a consistent amount of ammo from them. There's really no point in using the handgun anymore. It just, I don't know. It doesn't translate as well. I don't know what Capcom was thinking with Revelations 2. Revelations 1 is fine. I think that game is perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's good. Very good. I'd have to play through it again to levy any criticism. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But Fishy Boobkins, we're gonna go fight fish. I can't think of any criticism I'd give to Revelations 1 other than maybe it's a little short or a little scattered. Because you're playing as Jill for some of it, and then you're playing as Chris for some of it, and it keeps jumping back and forth, back and forth. Revelations 2 is just a big mess. It's a big, big mess. I love the atmosphere. I love the locale. I love the danger that the main characters are put in. I think it's interesting, but it's just so blah at certain parts, especially the main campaign with Moira and Claire. I think that the second campaign, playing it single player, I've never played a multiplayer, or Revelations for that matter, the first one. I never played either of them multiplayer, only single player. But the way that Barry's campaign goes, the second campaign, I don't know why, it just feels a lot better, a lot more cohesive, a lot nicer, whatever. I don't know. Alright, we gotta get an achievement here, so... Uh-oh. Come and get me. There you go. Oh, I was covering the achievement thing off to the top right. I don't think it matters that much, but I'm watching the live feed to see if it actually. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move. It's probably gonna be the same spot, so I'm gonna move my picture here over this way instead, just to make sure that you guys can actually. Oops. There we go. Just make sure you guys can actually see the. Not this again. Okay, let me go back. Checking the typewriter seemed to fix it for some reason. I don't know why. Oche. Now, this boss fight in both versions just kind of sucks. I don't like this boss fight that much. Uh-oh. Is it gonna be X? Always X, isn't it? Yeah. Gigante is a much better fight. I love the Gigante fight. Double Gigante is okay. I think in both versions. It's fine. It's not good, it's not bad. It's okay. No, that's stupid. That's some grade A pasteurized bull crap. Farm fresh bull crap. Move, Leon! Nah, it's too late. Okay, let's try that again. I think I'm allowed leeway on these boss fight deaths. This one just sucks. Both versions. Remake and original, they just both suck. This one's definitely easier. All things considered. I think it's shorter too, actually. It's a shorter boss fight here. And he's gonna dive. We're gonna dodge. And nope, we're not harpooning because he's gonna go through the trees again. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna hit there, but no, there's one, I think. I think that hit. And he's gonna do his dive. There he is. I do like how there's more to explore on the lakefront after the boss fight in the remake. There you go. I'm gonna just eat an egg. That repairs the boat somehow. Oh, okay. I'll take that. Oh yeah, it was this way. Nope, okay. How was I supposed to do whatever? Come on. Yeah. Missed me. Need another egg here. Probably two. Probably one both. Okay. I don't know if this is lucky or unlucky. The way that's been taking me hasn't given me a lot of opportunities to actually hit the thing. Oops. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is taking a lot longer than I wanted. There we go. Now it's time for a quick time cutscene. Beautiful. I'm gonna ignore that piece of paper. We don't need to read it. Oop. No, we want that. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. Flash grenades also instantly kill basic Ganados soldiers, the Plaga soldiers. So that's pretty convenient, right? I mean, as long as the Plaga is exposed. You know, if it's still, the soldier still has the Plaga in his noggin, then it's not going to do nothing. I think this should be our final cat's eye for the beer stein up here. I think so, but it might be a gem for the mask, which isn't a bad thing either, but you know, it's not necessarily what we want right now. Right. Ah, it's for the mask. Um, there we are. Free sniper ammo that he is just letting sit there, I guess.
Got some rare things on. What are you selling?
What do we have to sell? Oh yeah, the pipe and the bangle.
Thank you. What are you buying?
TMP? Nope, nothing for the TMP. Handgun though. Hmm. Sure.
Thank you. What are you buying?
Um. Is that a max ammo of 10 or is it? Yeah, it was 10. Okay. Um. We'll lead with that. We're fighting some Plagas soon, so. I like how in the remake there's a lot more to explore in this section specifically on the boat. Um, going back to a couple of the earlier areas, stuff like that. I just think it's cool. Here not so much. It's kind of just get the thing, go back to the church. So the other one there's a bit more to do. You got some on your face there. These guys really like spaghetti. Yeah, I told you, there's really no point in upgrading the rifle right now, because everything one-shots and the bolt action upgrades aren't too useful. But when we get the, what's it called? I'm forgetting all the weapon names other than Striker right now. I forgot the Punisher earlier. I'm forgetting this one now. What's it called? Shoot. The other sniper rifle. There's two of them. Second one. Dang it, man. What's it called? No, whatever. I'll remember 30 minutes from now. But when we get that second one, there's a couple upgrades that we can get for that. Like a bigger clip, faster reload. We're definitely going to want that. I mean, obviously, faster reload, that's always going to be appreciated. So, I guess that's maybe the one thing you'd want to consider putting on the bolt action is a faster reload speed. But like I said, I don't think it's really that necessary as of right now. Upgrade it that much. Handgun, sure. You know, you're using it all the time. TMP, definitely. Shotgun, yeah, whatever, maybe. What else do we have? I think it's just those guys. But the mine thrower actually has some pretty good upgrades, and they're, like I said, they're really good at taking out the Gyarados. So that's a worthy investment. It's worth it. And if not taking out, at least distracting. Because if you can get the Gyarados to slam into the wall, shoot him with the with a magnum of some kind, and then while he's flailing around, you can shoot him with the landmine. That actually does a decent amount of damage, right there. Be prepared for what is to come. See, that's what I was saying. This guy comes running up, and then his friends come running up. And the guys from behind us. How did I miss both of them? I think they did keep that too, being invincible while performing a melee action in the remake. I feel like the game wouldn't be as fun if you kept getting interrupted while doing your melee finishers. Honestly, that's a big portion of this game. It's all the cool, snazzy things you can pull off. Sure, with a button prompt, but yeah, they're fun. I like them. Is that another thing for our... Nope, it's a ring. That's for the door in the church. Blah, blah, blah. And again, has something to say, but we're going to ignore her again. Pretty sure there's nothing else for us to do over here, so I'll just head back. And yes, that's a shortcut to earlier, where the Gigante boss room is. Anything new, sir?
What are you buying?
Nope. But might be a wise decision.
Not enough cash. Not enough cash. Stranger, what are you selling?
I think that the sniper does do some multiplier increase of damage to weak spots. So that would be one thing I would suggest upgrading.
Thank you.
I think that is one thing worth upgrading on the shotgun or the sniper rifle. It's the damage. Let's see how much was the second one?
What are you buying? Not enough cash.
12,000.
What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Buying? Is that all, stranger?
He hasn't said his classic line, "Come back anytime" yet. We might be a little short on cash right now, but we're going to be reselling a lot of the weapons we have on us currently. The handgun, we're going to be selling the shotgun, eventually the rifle. Not the TMP though. We're sticking with that to the end. Especially because we don't have the Chicago Sweeper. I mean typewriter. I think it's typewriter in this. It might be Sweeper. Okay, we don't even watch that. Yeah, let's start off with you. Say hello to the best gun in the game. Other than the Striker. I think Striker might actually be better. Okay. I feel like I had ample time to react to that and it just didn't want to let me. It's that dog.
Hey, it's that dog.
Switch to the sniper. Alright, if I can quickly reload, that would be appreciated. Oh, did he miss a tree? Did he throw a tree at me and miss? Lol. Lamau. El Gigante? More like El Bozo. Out of my way. Alright, and this should be last cycle. Yep. That's why you upgrade your damage on the sniper. I know I told you not to upgrade the sniper, but that's the one thing you probably do want to upgrade right now. Focus on the TMP, get a couple damage upgrades on the sniper. That's about all you need. Nice! There's our technical third achievement, because I already got the one for completing the village. I played a little bit before live streaming, just to make sure everything worked. Oh, thank you. I guess we're getting Culver's for dinner. Alrighty. I might put a pause on this here soon. Stop the stream. Come back to this a little bit later. I don't think I'm going to name it anything different. Maybe just like Bingo 2. with parentheses or something. Nobody's really watching right now anyways, so. I'll get to the church, we'll rescue Ashley, and then I'll put a close to this for now. But I'll be back. I will. Another cool skip here. I've learned a little bit about speedrunning this game. One of the cool skips, one of the cool tricks, doesn't matter what gun you have. It's just, I wanted to pull out the handgun. These guys are gonna burst into the big guys, the dogs. But if you put your camera up, they never attack. Okay, well they don't grab you. You can run past them. As long as you're not standing still, they won't attack. Yeah, probably want that. Now this is probably my favorite puzzle in the game. I like this, but it's not hard or anything. I just think it's fun. I could have sworn there was something on the pews. Maybe it's just the remake. I'm so brain rotted from playing the remake. Oh yeah, and those dogs, they go away. Yeah, if you enter the door, then they leave. I'm gonna wrap up what I'm doing, and I'm gonna. Yeah. Thank you though. They're trying to give me my dinner, but I'm gonna be jumping out here, jumping back on soon. I need to use the bathroom anyways, so. Gotta pee. I've been drinking too much. There we go. Green, we gotta turn. I think that's fine. And then blue, we need there. Let's just try that. I think that's right. Nope, green was wrong. Is that the one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. The triangles at the bottom look a little bit similar, but yeah, it's not the same, so. Ooh, we want that. We definitely want that. Why is there no space? Alright, well, that works. Oh, it's because it's because of the scope. It's 3 instead of 2, so there's one extra spot. One open spot. Leon!
Ashley!
Don't come!
Hey, take it easy.
No! Get away!
Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the president's order to rescue you.
What? My father?
That's right. And I have to get you out of here. Now come with me.
Nice.
It's Leon.
Keep in mind, I have not added any mods to this. They just naturally made the jiggle physics for her breasts that high. I don't know why. I think that's consistent through all the versions. I don't think that's like a HD remake kind of, or not remake, but HD port thing. I think that's just consistent. Which begs the question, well, like I said, I don't know why. Begs the question, what's the point? I mean, I'm not complaining one way or the other. I'm just saying. This way. Come here, actually. Catch. Huzzah. Alright, and now this should be our cutscene for the end of the chapter here.
I'll take the girl.
Who are you?
If
Leon Sadler, the master of this.
I don't got time for you. Which is basically what Leon said anyway, so. Alrighty. I will put a pause on things here, and we'll come back to this in 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I don't know. But until then, that's not what I want. Until then, hold tight. I don't know if we're going to finish this today. We might, honestly. It depends on timing of things, but I'm talking with my boys here at 8 o'clock. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, like I said, until then, sit tight. I'll be back, and yeah. Actually, maybe no, I don't want to put a huge buffer for this huge slot where it's nothing. I'd rather just start up another stream. All right, bye bye. I'll see you guys soon.